Welcome back to Girl Talk. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking about pets now, our pets and your pets too. And when it comes to our pets, we all know that we want the very best care for them. And not only do that, but we really want the people caring for them to care for them as if they're own. And that's what the West Towne Veterinary Clinic does for all of their patients. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
With us today, we have Dr. Ken Lambrecht. And we are so happy to have you with us.
It's nice to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, indeed.
Let's jump right in because there's a lot to talk about.
There is.
This might be too broad of a question, but what's one of the best things someone can do to prevent health problems for their dog or their cat or maybe any of their little critters?
I think probably just power of observation. We all have pets. If we're really attuned into how they're feeling, how they're sleeping, how they're eating.
Their habits.
Yes, exactly. And we relay that to our veterinarian. They can tell us where to go from there.
And let's talk a little bit more about preventative care. So talk to us a little bit about differences. I actually don't have any pets, so I'm interested in what the difference is between preventative care and people and pets.
It's a really good question. Probably the top two preventative areas in pets would be pets being overweight and pet dentistry. Those are the top problems we see.
Yeah.
Yes, vaccinations are important, fleas and ticks, all that, but pretty much top of the list. Those are what most pets deal with day in and day
Being
out.
overweight and what was this?
And dental problems,
dental.
cavities, tartar, just all the things that that we deal with.
Wow. So basic human problems, they have too, right?
Indeed, and instead of you're having a dentist and a physician, and we're kind of all those in one.
We got it all.
That's true. So would you say those are the two most pressing?
Yes, without a doubt. Pets at this point are 50 to 60% of them that we see are not their ideal weight, and 80% of them have dental problems.
80.
Oh, wow, that's an outstanding number.
Many of them undetected. Cats are masters at disguising, even dogs. If they have even a root canal, they will not show us. They will not put their paw up to their face. They will simply, food will fall out of their mouth, or they'll be eating less or something like that. So we have to be, again, that observer that says, hey, something's not quite right.
Right, and that's what's kind of interesting about pets is you can't always see the signs probably. That's where you come in to help us detect some of those things.
Exactly, and we do a lot more blood work probably than in people because they can't tell us.
Okay.
And so that blood work helps tell us if they're losing weight, is that a healthy way to lose weight? Is there any kidney disease? 20% of cats will have kidney disease at some point in their life.
Wow.
40 or 50% will have arthritis. Well, if we keep their weight down, we can prevent that.
Sure.
So again, it's that early observation and just the knowledge of what could come.
Right.
And if we can take steps to prevent it.
Interesting.
So, speaking of cats, is there a particular issue specific to cats that we should be thinking about for our kitties?
Right now, number one is overweight. We're running a pet weight loss contest, and we have over 30 cats in it.
The biggest loser.
The biggest four-pod loser. We call it Pets Reducing for Rescue because we're donating money to rescues. But that is I joked with my staff the other day, we saw a lean cat. I said, how often do we see this? And she looked at me like, almost never. And this is a little 6-pound cat.
A lot of people do equate food with love with their animals.
Including me. Bug is a little bit overweight. I know that she should be less. She's in the contest, most of my staff cats. So this is not a blame, a guilt. This is just, we need to know how to do this as pet owners. And I tell my staff, until you've been through it with your own pet, you can't coach our clients. You don't know.
Absolutely. So overweight for cats is probably number one. Would you say the same for dogs, or what's their biggest issue?
I would say it is.
It is.
It is, with 50 to 60% over their idea. Now they're not obese, but some of them are. But the problems start at only 15% over their ideal weight. Their lifespan is shortened. They have more orthopedic problems. They have diabetes, again, similar to people.
Sure, they're obviously so much smaller than us, it only takes a few pounds.
That is absolutely a 7.5-pound cat like Bug that weighs 9 pounds is technically obese. She's 20% over. So yes, it fools us.
Wow.
That's interesting. I didn't think of that.
And on our scales, we have food scales at home and we have human scales. What is a food scale? Up to a pound, and then and we don't have a good scale around the house for a cat.
Interesting. Right. Maybe that's a new business venture for someone out there, pet scales.
Dr. Ken, we're about out of time, and just wanted to say we're so glad to have you and love to have you back because we barely got started.
I would love to be back anytime. Any questions your viewers have, I'd be happy to help out.
We're all pet lovers, and we'll have to take a break. We'll come right back, and we'll be chatting with Sue from Klein's Floral.